Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Condors of Houston taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Start the drive.
Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2nd and 5 from the 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flipped it up.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Condors are on the board first here in Vegas.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. But you look at this defense.
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Garoppolo now. And this is going to be intercepted. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws in a double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Abdullah to return.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Garoppolo going to change the look here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5.
626. Hey, 626.
Left side, Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Condors have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Try to run for it with Jacobs.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Now he's free at the 35.
And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
300. Get you. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Too much. Go to 50.
On first down, Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, 26. 26.
Now Rodgers, a free play. Completes it to Hardman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. The slot man in motion right. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Going to look deep for Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He finds Wilson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, 26. 26. Look at you.
Rodgers now on first down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Garoppolo. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Counter play with Jacobs. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Garoppolo looks to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Garoppolo. There's the stiff arm, and it's complete to Adams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Mayer from 10 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Rodgers to throw on second down.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hey, 88. 630.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 22 yards there, a first down.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second year.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. On second down, here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On third and long, it's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. On play action, now Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
26.
Throwing is Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Cook is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
630.
Ball again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Dalvin Cook
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Condors are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. Their own 25-yard line. Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 54 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run it again with Cook. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. That's caught by Chosen. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Cook. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To be frank, you really have to fear for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. 11 yards for number 11. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
123 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play. When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Garoppolo now. That one taken in by Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here we go, here we go. 12, fellas, here we go.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And it's good, but it's also a little consequences. This game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Houston, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road